Welcome back to part 2 of my VR for Dan Oldsarge Collects. I haven't left, but you guys have. Oh man, I just thought it was gonna. I'll probably spend another half hour on like this most epic part of my collection. So, if you guys weren't around for the first episode, then you should probably go back and watch it. I talk about my favorite team of all time, the Angels. The Anaheim Angels. And now I'm going to talk about my second favorite team of all time and why. And I'm going to show you guys a part of my collection that is my favorite part of my entire collection. It celebrates the home run record. And I also picked up some cards from this era and from this collection that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So I'm going to share that history of why the Yankees are my second favorite team of all time. And in all honesty, man, they have my number one in my heart on history. The Yankees have been my number one thing to read about in all of my books that I have read about baseball. It's I mean, obviously it's because there's way more books about the Yankees than any other team in history. And I've read every single one I can get my hands on that is on Audible. Every single one I've probably read. When there's a new one, I see it. Or if I find one in a different weird search, I buy it. I love all the history of the Yankees. And for one reason, it started it all. That is because my mom, I'm just switching, I'm pulling out all the Angel stuff. We're getting into Yankees territory, you know, the Angels' enemy, number one. But my mom, when I was a kid, I think I was probably 10 or 11, she realized that I just loved baseball. I loved it. It was my sport. It was my jam. I was really good at it. She realized that I loved it, and I loved baseball cards. And we'd go to those stores that I've talked about, the museum on Beach Boulevard and my local shop, and I was staring at the vintage always. And she must have caught on, because one day she came home, and we were redoing my room, and she brought home frames with, let me pull the cards out. This is when you guys get to see cards. With guys, I mean, this episode is going to get ridiculously awesome. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Guys like this, okay? In black and white. Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth. I have a box full of black and white photos my mom brought home, frames that she painted, and put them all over my room. And most of the players were Yankees. There was also Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, Ted Williams was all over my room. He's the number one guy I had all over my room, but Yankees were everywhere. And I will share those black and white photos. I have them still in a box up in my attic. I guess you'd call it my attic. And this card right here, this 1962 Topps Gehrig and Ruth, just an incredible baseball card. And the Yankees, to me, I think I probably have this photo. I have a bunch of photos of Gehrig, Ruth, and then the next guy you're going to see together, all lined up. I can't wait to dig back into those. I put all those things away before I was doing YouTube. I have boxes of things that meant something to me when I was a kid, card-wise and collection-wise. But I didn't know I was doing YouTube and sharing it, so I boxed everything that wasn't on my wall that you guys have seen. I have tons of stuff displayed, but I have tons of stuff in boxes, cards and everything. So with that, the next guy that I would see on my wall with those guys, and with the other guy that you're going to see, and with the other guy, is none other than Darren Return to Collecting. Dude, I'm joking, but I'm not joking, because literally 10 minutes before I started filming, I open this epic card up from Darren Return to Collecting on the day that I was sharing this. Is that not, I mean, that I always say on my show, cards find you, and they find you in the right moment and in the right place. And to open this up, autographed, like, and I was sharing this, I literally have this out right in front of me. And I am like, no way, that's insane. I thought it was a card I bought. And I got 4 of 10. Oh, it's just an awesome baseball card. Just awesome. You know what? I got to read all those things. Oh, yeah, look at, he's got all kinds of cool sayings. Hold on. Oh, almost dropped Joe D. So bad. Dude, I can't read them on the camera. So hopefully you guys can read through the camera. I'm going to have to read these privately. I can't because I'm looking at this through the camera. The way it's set up. Dude, that's awesome. So right there, this is the guy that was on my wall. Everywhere. In so many black and white photos in a Yankees pinstripe uniform. And I have his rookie card. That is on the case right there. And I haven't broke out my I have sandpaper. I was going to start with 800 grit and go lower and lower, or higher and higher, I mean, to get that out, because it's just the only thing that detracts from the card is that thing. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. The colors are outstanding. And Joe DiMaggio, one of the greatest Yankees of all time. Right before the man, the myth, the legend, Mickey Mantle. And dude, this is just insane. It gave me such a good excuse to share this card with you guys again, because I love looking at it. It's on my wall every day. I can't look at it enough. To me, to have that card in my collection doesn't even make sense. But with the transition I've been doing in my collection and the cards that I've been selling, I've been lumping sums together and going after a couple of big fish. Still going after smalls, guys, but a couple big fish. And you're going to see a pretty big fish later in this video, very shortly, actually. All right, so from that with the Yankees and why they're my favorite team, a million reasons. Growing up, it was like the Angels versus the Yankees. I went to games where Jeter was playing shortstop. We'd go to the Angels games specifically because the Yankees were playing them. Those were always sold out. Those were the most crowded ones, the most expensive ones. I loved that. And I was always looking for Jeter on the field. But I want to take you guys into my collection and why the Yankees are my second favorite team. Because of my collection. And I probably have more Yankees and Dodgers cards than everyone. Dodgers will be another story for another time. But this next card is another one that I think I had this black and white photo of in my room. None other than Mickey Mantle, the guy who took over for Joe D in the outfield, center field, Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra. The greatest catcher of all time, probably the greatest, I want to say Yankee, but he can't be. That's what's insane about the Yankees, right? The history of the Yankees. I really want to say he's the greatest Yankee of all time because of all his championships, because he won more championships than any other Yankee in history. You can't, because you got Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, and Mickey Mantle ahead of you, amongst others. That's like crazy, right? Nothing like having Yankees cards in your collection. And this card, them in the dugout together. One of the greatest baseball cards in the history of baseball cards, in my opinion. Two of the greatest Yankees of all time. Two of the greatest players of all time. And it's a combo card, 2-on-1. I can't tell you guys enough how glorious this baseball card is. Oh my gosh. Now, it's got some issues. I totally get it. It's got this line right here. It's not perfectly centered, has like a diamond cut to it. It's got a little thing up there. But it's really clear, and from about a foot away, you don't even see the line anymore unless you know it's there and you're looking for it. Will I get another one if I come across one? Then yeah, I'll get another one and I'll sell this like I did with a card you're going to see coming up. I mean, I have no problem selling cards anymore if I find one that's even better. But in the meantime, and probably forever, not in the meantime, probably forever, this will be my forever card. This is a really nice looking card. Flaws and all, I love that card. And I probably have that in a frame, the black and white photo of it, in my room growing up. I will know when I get those down one day. All right, now we're getting into why my favorite part of my collection, my dead favorite piece of my collection. We're going to take these cards down. Actually, we're going to take them down. I'm going to put the cards up that go with this collection. And it's Yankees cards, because the Yankees are the greatest team of all time. There's no question about it. And the greatest record of all time is none other than the home run record. There's just no record better than the home run record. The history behind it, and I mean everything about it. Knowing that the Yankees, now I'm going to get into that history in a second. So let me just set these cards up. Sometimes I feel like I have to talk the whole time. I want to share all these cards up close, but I have so many. I got to get these close together. It's my favorite. Oh, let's just get into it. But we're going to go in order here. And we're going to go with who had the record first. And the guy who had the home run record first, well, not first, the first Yankee to have the home run record. Okay, here we go. September 30th, 1927. This guy, Babe Ruth, hit 60 home runs. Babe hit 60. This card from 1954, Topps Scoop. I think they call them Top Scoops. But Top Scoop, record card. One of the greatest baseball cards ever made. The art on this card is just incredible. This is a museum piece in my mind. And the back is so fun. It tells you about the history. It's like an old newspaper. It's just awesome. I know I say greatest baseball card of all time all the time. God's honest truth. When I look at my wall, I come home after work, and anytime, right before bed, no matter what, my wife's always like, tell the boys goodnight. Because I'll just I'm sitting in a stool right now. I'll sit in a stool and I'll look at my wall. This one's not on my wall right now. Every card I see becomes my favorite card of all time. Every once in a while. It's crazy. I don't want a card in my collection that won't become that. That's why I really go for the eye appeal. I go for the centering because I don't want things to stick out to me. When I bought this, I did not go for centering. I did not go for anything other than the fact I saw this card. It was like 7 years ago at my local card show here at the mall, outdoor mall. Like I say, this is my friend Ernest I bought this from. It was on his table, and I go, holy smokes, I'd never seen that card before. It was the coolest card I ever saw. Bought it right there. I mean, done. I didn't care. I didn't even know it was like perfectly centered and a beautiful 4. I wasn't even buying 4s back then. I probably only had like 5 4s when I bought this. Now my entire collection is 4s. Sometimes it feels like that. 4 is the new 10 in my collection. Oh my gosh. So that's the guy with the first. Let's put him in first place. Reorganization going on. This is the funnest part about doing these shows, is playing with my cards. I get to set these up and put them in the order that I want. Now, I'm not sharing with you guys all of the cards I have that go with this collection of the home run record, that I deem the home run record. That is non-steroid used home run records, as we know. And they all happen to be the Yankees. And I think it was 62 years later, or 61 years later. Oh, we're going to get to that. It was not that for that. retraction of those words that just came out of my mouth. The guy that came next to break that record is none other than Roger Maris. And he broke it in 1961. This card to me is Roger Maris's greatest card in all of baseball cards. No doubt about it. I'm going to show you some really cool ones shortly, but this one in particular, to me, it's everything. It is Roger Maris in a nutshell. His face, everything. And this shot was probably taken in 1960. But 1960, you know, the guy was a home run leader in 1960 as well. It wasn't he just came out of nowhere. This guy was incredible. And this card, to me, finding this one in this condition, don't even look at the grade. In this condition is just crazy. You know what? That might be the very first time I ever saw the flaw on this card. No, I saw it right here before. That's the flaw. Look at this card. I mean, it's on my wall. It's right here. Like dude, I didn't even notice that again. I saw this last time when you're on video. I'm like an inch away. You're literally an inch away from the camera. No one looks at their cards that close. But even if they did, dude, I'll take this card every day of the week in every single baseball card I own. Man, if I could only snap my fingers and it would be that easy. But then it wouldn't be as fun either, hunting down these cards that cost pennies on the dollars compared to their higher graded counterparts of the exact same card that look worse than this one most of the time. And you can argue with me. That's fine. You can do your collection how you want. I can do mine how I want. And we can appreciate each other's versions. I love watching card content, and I don't care if their cards are centered. I love watching other people's videos, and it doesn't matter if the card's off center or anything, because it's not my card. And I can appreciate the stories and the way they got there and why they want that card and how they got it and what it's for. This card, to me, took so long to find dead centered and to find an affordable price. Even unaffordable. I would have paid 7 prices if I found this centered like this. And it's not perfect. But I don't even think a 7 wouldn't even have this good of an image. So, dude, I know I went on the centering track and we're talking about the history of baseball and Roger Maris hitting 61 home runs in 1961. I mean, just factoid in itself is super neat, right? It gets even crazier in a minute. And I'm going to show the guys directly involved in this, and then I'm going to share their cards and where the collection of mine is headed. So I'm going to backtrack a little and fast forward a little and go all over. After Roger Maris, there's a card that I should show, but I'm going to move past that to the guy who breaks Roger Maris's record 61 years later. 61 years later. That is none other than Aaron Judge. And that is his black card from Topps. I think these are numbered out of 71. Well, I am obsessed with this card in particular. It's like if I could find that Roger Maris in 10 different versions. 10 different colored borders, or all kinds of different things, I would buy them. And I can do that now, and I can do it on a scarcity basis. I don't want the base cards. I want the ones that are hard to find, or hard to get. There's only 71 people in the whole world. I know it's crazy, and I know there's printed a million of things. But black parallels have been long in the hobby and collected for a long time. And there's only 71 of those. And it's black for the Yankees. It is the greatest Yankees counterpart card to this Roger Maris, to this Babe Ruth. This card right here with the black borders. I think it is stunning. I love it. So let's just bring that one up close. I mean, dude, this was going to be in the background, but it just became the foreground. Right there. I just love it. I'm going to share more cards of that. And my favorite one of all time will be last. But this gold wave refractor, I'm loving the wave refractors. This one's numbered to 50. I got my labeling system, my only 10 or 10 100 gold label, perfect baseball card. Aaron Judge, numbered to 50. I mean, I'm going to collect these until I'm dead. I literally am. I'm going to collect this card until I am dead. But only the hard ones to find. I mean, it's going to take me 10 years to get all the ones I want. I don't want, I don't need the number to 200 and things like that. I just want hard stuff. But look at this one. This could sidetrack me for this could take me a year or two just to find all the Japanese Topps cards of Aaron Judge. And this is a gold version, numbered out of 25. And these are released in Japan. And they do that every year. I don't know how long they've been doing the Japan release. But it's so fun to go on Baseball Cardpedia and find out what these, like how rare are these or where they release them. Dude, it's a blast. And it gives me more things to hunt. I have a UK one with a UK flag that's not in a slab right now. I have a few different versions that I'm not sharing tonight. But I wanted to share some of my favorite ones. So we'll put that right there. And now down to my two favorite ones of that card. I know I'm sharing the same card, but they're different. And only some modern guys might understand, but vintage guys, they're all baseball cards. Nonetheless, they're all baseball cards and they all have a place in our collections if you let them. This is the MVP buyback. So this was released in 2022 when he hit the 62 home runs, as you see here on my label, and then bought back by Topps, as you guys know, and Topps stamped them and inserted these into packs of 2023, and the ratio was one of these in every 21,136 packs. And they don't go on detail of whether the one like this one, number to 199, is more rare, or I guess you could just do the math on your own, whereas like this one, the Prism, is numbered out of 100, so you could say this is twice as rare, so 40 every 41,000 packs, I guess you could say, but they don't put that on the Wikipedia thing or the Cardpedia thing. But I wanted 3 of the 4 that they made that I know of. There's an autograph version too that I do want, and they only did 22 of them, and one day I'll probably pony up to get it if it doesn't go up. But this card is just sick. And it was too cheap. I mean, this was like this was like $12, I think, or something like that. And I don't think people realize how hard these were to actually pull in a pack. And I don't think there's probably more than, there's these 3 versions and another one that's numbered to 50. So at 500 cards that I know of, not even that when you count the numbering. And these were all like regular refractors from the original set that they stamped. So the ones they bought back were not serial numbered to begin with. And then they serial numbered them, which is just really just adds to it. And it's great for Shane. Shoebox Legends is a buyback. And I know my buddy Adam Vintage Sanctuary is on to this card now. And he got an insane one that I actually put an offer in, but I didn't realize how special it was until he purchased it. And the guy, I think I softened the guy up. He took his offer, and my offer was the same. But it was like a couple months later. But his card is like next level. It would be my number 1 in my collection. But this is my number 1 of the 2022 Topps Chrome or any Topps Aaron Judge base cards. This is the Orange Wave Refractor. If you saw this in hand, it's just blinding. It's such a sick card. I am obsessed with it. It's my favorite one in my collection. It's numbered to 25. And I think I paid, I'm not trying to not tell you guys what I paid. I just thought, I forgot. I like talking about that stuff because I think it's important. This one I paid 100, I want to say 115 to 120. Bought this like a year and a half ago. The other ones were cheaper, way cheaper. 45. Especially now that I'm slabbing it myself. I mean, this was already slabbed. Like I said, like $12. I think this was like $30, $20. This was more expensive, like $90. This might have been $90, give or take. Just good stuff to know. I mean, and this was like 75 to 90. I remember I said it in a video, but it's there. That I bought so long ago, probably like $150 or something. Back when I bought it, I've never looked them up since, but I imagine the thing's not cheap. But this card, dude, so that's this collection to me. It doesn't end, and I can work on this one card for so long, and I know everyone can think I'm crazy, but some of you guys don't think I'm crazy. It's so fun, and it's like it's that card to me. But now I gotta see this. I didn't get to see that. I gotta watch movies about this. Didn't get to see that. So let me share more of that collection and then a huge pickup that is related to this collection. Aaron Judge is staying up. I'm going to leave one card up, and I'm going to leave that black version up. Oh, I love these cases, yeah. It's so sick. Oh my gosh, game changer. I've been buying ungraded vintage cards, like $3 cards, and putting them in my collection now, and I changed my strategy, and I'll get that and go diving into that in another episode. Cheaper cards, ungraded all day. Back to this collection in particular. Where it all started. 1960 Topps. This is a 1961 Topps card. So this is when Roger Maris broke the record. Same year. This is the 1960 home run leaders. Roger Maris right here. Mickey Mantle in first with 40. Roger Maris 39. So Roger was blasting bombs then too. And this is so sick in my collection to add to the story of the home run race. And look at the home run champions right here. How cool is that? And you got Ruth right there, 1927, 60. Mantle. Dude, Mantle is radical. Oh my gosh. I've been on a Mantle hunt over the last 4 months too, guys. I mean, the card I have picked up is just glorious. But look at this one. Goes perfectly with my home run collection right there. Man, I wish I could fit them all out there. Oh my gosh. Now showing that, I'm going to go dive into this one. This is the true home run leaders card you really, really want to own. I mean, maybe you want the one with him in the year. I mean, maybe that is more important, but this one tells the actual history when it happened. Maybe that one's even more important. That's a tough one. 1962 Topps AL home run leaders card number 53. In case you're listening, I gotta talk like that a little more because I listen to a lot of things too. The famous leaders card, you got Roger Maris with 61 right on the lid. Mickey Mantle right there. 54 he got to till he bowed out. Harmon Killebrew, and Jim Gentile. What a great baseball card, guys. One of the best combo cards of all time. Sometimes I just want to look at the card. Look at that thing. Wow. I mean, does this not go perfectly, guys? Look at this. Look at those leaders cards. Let's put these over here like this. It's about to get silly. Let me see. Yeah, it's about to get silly. All I gotta do. Yeah, we'll be moving around. The next one is another one. It just fits so good, and it's so much fun because it connects on my neck. It connects. You'll see in a second. You'll see right now. I've shared this before. I have a few of these. I really want a crazy one like the chrome numbered out of 50 gold, or the sapphire out of 50 would be insane. But this is the 2023 Topps Judge, Trout, Alvarez of the home run, the famous home run record. Aaron Judge with 62 home runs. Mike Trout, the guy that I'm deep oning his collection, and my Angels man, talked about that earlier. 40 home runs. I got my favorite team of all time and my second favorite team of all time on one of the most important cards in the modern hobby in my collection. Is the leaders card that matches the leaders card from 1962. Of my two, like probably my most two favorite Yankees of all time, Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle. I mean, I am obsessed. And I've got my two favorite modern guys that I collect being Trout and Judge right there on a baseball card next to it. It doesn't get much better than that. It truly doesn't. And I'm just so glad that Judge broke that record like that and solidified that it went to another Yankees and to a guy who's not on steroids. He's just a beast. You know, it's just a special moment in time. And then Mike Trout happened to be second. No, I've got two more cards I want to share with you guys. And this next one is another this is this incredible card that goes with this collection. This is a pickup not too long ago of a 1962 Topps baseball Bucks of Roger Maris of the famous home run race. See it right there on the plate. Roger smashed 61 homers last year, passing the old home run record set in 1927 by Babe Ruth, which ties in all of this show. Like, look at this card. Always wanted one of these Topps cards. I could not see that there was like, it's not a crease. I don't know what that is, but in the photos that I looked at, you could not see that. And I'm not stoked on that, but right now it doesn't matter because the card is just insane. And you got Yankee Stadium right there. Let's look at the back. Yankees, you just have to love them. You have to love them. If you're a guy like me, I just got my collection going this way. It's just too much fun. Put this one right here. Where did that thing go? Let's see. Put that there. Yes. Put this here. I got two more cards. Actually, I got three more cards to show you guys. I got two moderns that go along with this record. And this is a Lauren Taylor art card of Mickey Mantle with the 61 Topps design. And it's got the history of Mantle and the Triple Crown, the home run race on here. It is just an awesome card. And I really want the Roger Maris version. And I will find it and I'll get it. But it's not cheap because it was a one that when you buy these or when you bought these originally, you had a chance of getting a numbered card of Mantle or a Roger Maris special. And it's numbered, so there's not that many of them. But this card, I've sent this one to so many guys. It's a perfect one for my collection. All right. And the final card that I want to share tonight is a card that I have been hunting for ever since I sold the other one that I had all these years. I got it. I sent it to get graded and then I sold it. And I picked up one that is just magical. That is the 1961 Topps Mickey Mantle. And this card, you guys know it's going to fit right here because Mickey Mantle was part of the home run race all the way through. Like Mike Trout, well, Mike Trout wasn't part of the race. He had 40 that year. It's just fun that he was on there. Mantle was right there. To have this card in my collection again and to have one that looks like this, it's just special to me. I could easily say that this is Mickey Mantle's greatest Topps baseball card ever made. I think it's because it's in my collection, and when I have it displayed now, it's with Roger Maris, and it just hits all cylinders for me. Just get a close look at this. But tomorrow, I could say it's another one. Oh, what a card. What a glorious card. Well, that's it, guys. That's what I got for you guys. That's my greatest collection right now. It's my favorite collection I'm working on. All inclusive, you know, with my top centering and everything. But the main thing that I truly love is this home run record and the way that I can keep collecting. There's so many more cards I can get. There's stamps and there's just all kinds of awesome cards. And I could stay on this forever. And I probably will. Because there's so many ways I can go with this. Let's put those guys right there. Because those two just belong together. That's it, guys. Keep collecting. Don't be influenced. Be inspired.